New York, love it and hate it here. But if here I can make it, I can make it anywhere.
Hello. Welcome to this edition of Get Into It with Amina. Oh my God. I'm dropping stuff. Oh. Sorry, that was my remote. I want to turn the music down. Alright, so guys, solar eclipse vibes. It's been off the hook. If you are here now and you're trying to front like you have not been affected, like, stop playing with me. Stop. There's no way you're not feeling the energy of the solar eclipse, the new moon in Aries. By the way, this lighting can work for me. By the way, set your intentions. Okay. Mercury retrograde. This is what we say, Mercury in retrograde. Man, fuck that. I don't fuck with us. Mercury in retrograde, to me, and this is how we're going to look at it, my tribe. We're going to look at Mercury in retrograde as an energy that brings things back around that we need to reassess again. Because, this is the planet of communication, and it appears, because it's moving so slowly, to be going backwards. So communication can be, like fucked up. Excuse my language tonight. It's late right now for me. So yeah, but so it could be a whole lot of different things that could get jacked up at this time, like transportation plans that you had might not go the way that you wanted. Just like these stupid shadows that I do not want on the table while I'm doing this, but they are insisting. I'm knocking water down. Like, what is happening right now? Okay. For some reason, the shadow on this hand just wants to be there. So anyway, hopefully I could edit it out, but if not, please forgive me, y'all. I'm working on lighting. Yeah, I'm working on lighting. So anyway, so I know a lot of people have been feeling drained. That's what I've been hearing from and y'all be surprised how many of y'all literally use the word drained. Like, yo, I feel really tired and drained the last few days or the last few weeks. I've been finding myself struggling for clarity in some sense of, like, I can't decide what I want to do in regards to, career moves. Then like past relationship bullshit was resurfacing. I started to question my environment. Like, where do I want to be? Because I don't want to be here. It's just been a really wild roller coaster ride of a month. And I love April because I'm an Aries. So, April is our month, but this April was a doozy. It has been a doozy. So anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to get right into it with Amina. First, I want to do an overall read for the tribe. So let me move these up some. It's going to be a quickie. And then we're going to go to this pick a pal. I really wanted to upload this on April 19th, but most likely if you're seeing this the day I uploaded it, it most likely says it was uploaded on April 20th. Because I also have to do the new moon forecast. I'm not doing them together. Some people did new moon and eclipse. No, not Amina. We're doing the new moon on its own because the new moon in Aries is a whole separate energy from this eclipse in Aries and solar eclipse in Aries. And some people did Mercury retrograde reads. I don't have to read Mercury retrograde. What I know with Mercury retrograde is make sure your throat chakra is in check. One of my STEAM certified peoples, Diane Forte Atkins, will be doing a throat chakra workshop on Saturday virtually. So if you are interested in that course, that it's just one day workshop, 11 a.m. EST on the 22nd via Zoom. You can message me. You can write it in the comments. I don't have the link for the registration, but I could always, come back and put it in the description or in the comments for those of you that requested. But this is a good time to get that throat chakra cleared, because the planet of communication is going to be making it so that people can easily be misunderstood. People can have issues communicating what they want to say in a way that is from the heart and not so much from the emotions, but more from your inner knowing, your connection to the divine, and just your connection to other humans. That's where you want to communicate from, not from you being over emotional, which I've experienced that literally today, somebody doing that, not towards me, but I had to witness it, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So with that said, watch your tempers, especially if you have Aries, sun sign, ascended, anywhere in your charts. If you have a lot of Aries energy or even fire sign energy, you're going to want to try to stay mellow, okay? Avoid any confrontations if you can, and you should be okay. So I'm going to do a quick little read. I'm going to use some cards I have not used ever. It's a mixture of 2 decks, and they have no words on them. So literally, I'm channeling when I use these cards. And I wanted to save them for a day where I really felt like I want to, really tap in. So, here we go. Let's see what is the vibe for the tribe during this solar eclipse overall that we need to know. Okay, you want to come out? You want to come out? One of my twins is singing outside my room. It's all good though. Can I get one more card? I'm calling on my spirit guides, my ancestors. Okay, y'all said 2 more. Okay. And I'm going to pull a card also for advice, as I always do at the end of each pick-a-pile. I'm also going to do that during this journal. Some of y'all need to be journaling, perhaps myself too, because I thought about that. I thought about doing an audio journal where I just record, but it takes up so much space on my phone. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that. But anyway, yeah, I meant to say general, not journal. Okay, so we're going to take that. We're going to take you and you. Not like 4, so I'm going to take this bottom one. This is crazy because I actually looked at someone online reading today, and this same card came up. I didn't realize they were using the same deck that I have. So this must be significant. I'm going to leave that there. All right, let's see what we got for the tribe. What is the vibe for us? What do we need to know during this solar eclipse? All right, I have garden. All right, so the black cards do have words. So the first card says garden. The second card looks like an ace of hearts almost. We have the number 12. Makes me think, and it says 7 of diamonds at the bottom. Makes me think birds of a feather flock together. I don't know why, that's what just went through my head. I have the dog. Okay, this is all making sense to me. I'm sure it's not to you guys, but it's called Get Into It with Amina. The whole point is for you to also tap into your own intuition, so that you can begin to really, really get messages as well. And we can all help each other on this planet with intuitive guidance. By the way, quick side note, I will be offering my 5-month course, Get Into It with Amina, again, August 2023. Anyway, we have the 10 of spades here. And the 8 of clubs. All right. So my peoples, my tribe, during this solar eclipse, what I'm feeling for y'all is like there's something really, really great that's growing. When I see the garden, it makes me think of something that is beautiful and growing and peaceful. And it has something to do with something you love coming in. It feels like a wish fulfillment. Like something you're wishing for is growing. Something you planted and really wanted is coming in with this solar eclipse. In fact, this heart looks like a solar eclipse taking place. So something you want, we all want, is coming in. It does feel like it's going to take patience, but also collaboration and partnership. So some kind of partnership or collaboration is coming in. And I do see loyalty and support. Someone or someones that are really, really going to be loyal and stand by your side. And you know, if you've been wondering if somebody is really devoted and loyal to you, yes, they are. If you've been wondering if what you're doing is going to be supported or whatever, yes, it will. However, there is some issue you have to go through. I do feel like when I see the 10 of spades, it gives me the feeling of 10 of swords. And it makes me just feel like something unexpected may have happened already, or maybe it's just been a devastating week. We got number 3 here, which makes me think of week 3 of April. And it just gives me a vibe of, this week is going to be heavy. However, you're going to come out okay. I think by the 21st, you'll start to feel it lightening up, which is Friday. And it's just, I feel like it just feels like a new beginning coming in. A new beginning coming in. Yeah. So try not to get too stressed out. I know that's easier said than done, because I was already feeling a little stressed earlier today. I was like feeling like, oh my God, am I reaching a breaking point right now? I haven't been there in that vibe in a long time. So let's see some advice. Now, this card here I already know is breaking barriers. I did see this. I told you in a reading of someone else that I like to watch sometimes. I don't even remember her name. That's sad to say. Otherwise, I'd have shouted her out. But I don't watch her as often. The one I do watch, if you guys want to be recommended to anyone else that I think is great, White Feather Tarot is great. Damn, they really literally erase my mind to anybody else right now. So that's probably number 1. Breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. That's literally what those cards to me said. So if you've been feeling like you've been held back and that you had to struggle to go forward towards the things that you wanted, this gives me the same energy of the light over the top of that mountain. You are going to go beyond what seems like you couldn't at one point. All right. I knew my chart don't get stopped by no Mercury retrograde energy. Cultivating prosperity. What? Here's my affirmation. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Yes, it is, y'all. That's what's coming in with this solar eclipse. Looking deeper. Look at all them gems, though. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. So, yeah, start feeling yourselves. Start feeling yourself. I know it's been rough. I know it's been heavy energy and vibes, and your eyes have been getting opened up. In the words of my fiance, your eyes are open now. He said that to me. I said, my eyes have always been open, but certain things, no, it was not. I was not aware of certain vibes and energies and people. And that's what I think my eyes were getting open to. I like to see the good in everybody. I really do. So when people show me their ass, I'm always like, but Amina, you knew that. But you knew that this person had this in them. But I always like to think, they're going to try to be their best self at all times. And then when they show me no, then I'm disappointed. So yeah, I just want you all to know anything that feels like it's holding you back at this time. You're going to get through it. Look deeper within yourself. There are so many hidden gems. All of y'all are so gifted. I wish I could bring everybody into my workshops and just help you cultivate your gifts so we could all just shine bright like a diamond. Prosperity's coming in. If you're stressing over money, stop it. God got us. Okay? And last but not least, taking action. Go after your dreams. Go after the things that you want to manifest. Okay? I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. Yes, you do. You taking a leap and going of faith, and that's going to cultivate that prosperity. That's going to get you through any barriers, and that's going to bring all these gems within to the surface. And that's what I got for the entire tribe. We will move into the pick a pal now. So you see before you 4 pals, and they each have a different object or crystal or stone to help you see even deeper which one you're attracted to. So for pile 1, we have the fortune cookie, which I've been told a lot of people like when I use the actual fortune cookies. And the card Speak Truth. If you feel drawn to these two, then this is your pile. Pile number 2, we have citrine crystal. And the card, the warrior. So if you feel drawn to these two, then your message is in pile 2. Pile 3 is represented by this pyrite crystal stone. And this card, Shadow. So if you're drawn to those, then your readings in pile 3 and pile 4, which I rarely do 4, so you know this read's going to be deep, is the ladybug. And the card, Destruction. Pretty. So if you're drawn to destruction or the ladybug or both, then your message is in pile 4. Now let me tell you, this reading is all about having choices and not being sure which of those choices, which of them is the right one. So what I want you to do is to have at least 2 clear choices in your mind. Okay, because I know a lot of us are striving for some clarity. Of course, this is a general reading. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to watch this. It's not going to be personalized, but it's for you to gain enough clarity that you can kind of see what direction you need to be going in or you should be headed in. So, please, before you choose your pal, think of your 2 options that have been weighing on your mind, and then choose your pal, and I'll see you there. All of the timestamps are in the description, and I've been thanked by several people for adding those. So to my subscriber who did mention, I mean, you kind of mentioned it in a harsh way, like timestamps, and put an emoji with like the hand on the chin, you know, sarcasm, rather than just saying, hey, it'd be great if you had timestamps, which I would prefer. But I got the point, I got the message, and I've been adding them, so you're welcome. And I'll see y'all in pile number 1. Hey, pile 1. Oops, camera's shaking a little bit. Welcome to your reading. I just want to adjust this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you were drawn to the fortune cookie and Speak Truth. Okay. So by being drawn to Speak Truth, I'm going to tell you right now, wherever your 2 choices are, you need to really lean towards whatever speaks to your heart, whatever is your truth. I feel like there are aspects of yourself that you are not being honest about 100%. So if there's something that you have been wanting to do, and maybe you're afraid of judgment, you have to be honest with yourself. This sword makes me think of the Ace of Swords. It makes me think of the truth, knowing already what it is you stand for and you believe in, and just standing in that truth and that authenticity. Okay. I feel like that should be the center point of the read. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie has to say. I will say those drawn to fortune cookies, it's a subliminal message from the divine to trust. Because when you go after a fortune cookie, it's because you're like just trusting that whatever is inside is a message for you. So I do feel like a side note for you with these two options is to really trust your gut. Stop second guessing is what I'm hearing. And your fortune says, and by the way, no fortune cookies are wasted in these readings. Usually one of my twins will eat it afterwards. All right, your lucky numbers, I wasn't going to read them, but it says 19, 37, 38, 14, 26, and 41. So this is a reading under this eclipse energy. I say these lucky numbers can be lucky for you throughout the rest of the year if, just use them when you want to or when you can, or take note of those numbers. And your fortune says, from era to era, one discovers the entire truth. Are you kidding me? Speak truth and truth are all coming through. This is too synchronized. From era to era, one discovers the entire truth. So I want you to know, my power ones, that maybe you feel like in the past you've made the wrong choice. You made mistakes. But what Spirit wants you to realize is that when you make these mistakes, you're learning. And by the time you have finally reached what you feel is your success, or, you reach the top of the mountain, you will have the entire lesson. You will have a better understanding of things. So, yeah, do not see any past choices that you may have made as mistakes. See them as getting you closer and closer to realizing what it is you don't want and what it is you do want. Okay. So, what's the energy around your first option? Let's get that option in your mind now. What is the energy around Power One's first option at this time? Observer. And message in a bottle. So I do feel right off jump, I don't know what your first option is or whatever you're thinking of, but you are either being watched or being told to sit back and observe at this time. I do feel for a lot of you, there are a lot of eyes on you. With whatever this option is, maybe there's people who might be in your business, people that if you make this choice, you think they may judge you, or it could be just that whatever the first option is, it puts you in a spotlight where people will be looking at you. But yeah, I do feel that. Also, with the message in the bottle coming through, this is like, it's almost like an omen and telling you like you're being pointed in the direction of what's the best choice to make for your highest good. And right now, message option number one feels like it may be your better option. Yeah, it really feels like you're on target with your purpose and your passion. You're coming into alignment with it. There are a lot of symbols and synchronicities that are showing you this. Okay. And And you're going to get more and more confirmation. If you haven't already got confirmation, you're going to continue to get confirmation, perhaps through the rest of this reading. But just watch. You're going to get some favorable confirmation. All right. Your guides are wanting you to know that option number 1 is probably the best one. And they're telling you that off jump. Wow. Okay. So, what's the energy around your other option? Let's get that into your mind now. You have the Hawk Prince, spirit communication, and paying attention. You have the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. Okay, so for option number 2, I feel like it can manifest, but it's going to take patience. Whereas option 1, it feels like it's a go now. That's where your energy should be focused now at this time. I do feel like you will be getting signs as to when to manifest this. With this being an 11 card, it does feel like a master manifester. So it is something you really want to make happen. It is something that that spirit is going to bring in for you, but there needs to be a huge change, a shift, some kind of transformation. I do see your intuition and patience playing a good part. So intuitively, you will know when to go with number 2. Okay, but right now at this time, you need to be patient. You need to probably jump on number 1 as what you want to focus on, as the right thing to do at this time, and make sure it resonates with what you feel passionate about, what you hold dear to your heart. Okay. If you go with option 1, what's the potential outcome? So we have willpower. You got the whole world in your hands and the moon. And home. If you go with option number 1, you will be given a boost. I feel you will be very much energized towards option number 1. You will feel confident about it. You will feel very much like it's the right way to go. It will also feel very comfortable to you. It'll feel like the right thing, like right where you belong. I also see it helping you shift. Maybe you want to move. Option number 1 can help you do that. But I really, really feel that it is where you belong. Or I'm getting that like comfortable, homely feeling, like it is. And it also feels like option number 1 will have a major effect for some of you on the world. And then for some of you just on your home life. So option number 2, what's the potential outcome if you go that route? Lion's mane, leadership. Nettle, action. Okay, so this gives me fire, Mars energy, and Mars and feels like Mars. Okay, Mars and Venus vibes, Mercury, wow, coming through, and Uranus. So it does feel like you need to communicate when it comes to option 2. Maybe you'll be in a position where you'll have to speak your mind. You'll have to evolutionize something, bring a change to something. You have to be very innovative with whatever you do if you take option number 2. It does feel like a lot of energy goes into number 2. But if you're patient, I feel like you will get number 2 will be it will work out better. But if you decide you're going to go with option number 2 and scrap number 1, then I will say the vibe is going to throw you into a leadership position. You're going to have to take action, and you're going to have to speak up. You're probably going to be someone who's looked at as being very courageous and strong and a game changer. So if you're not ready to take on all of that at this time, that vibe, then you might want to wait. I'm not hearing scrap option 2. I'm hearing delay it, patience, wait. Okay. Is there something else you may want to realize before you decide? Someone new is coming. An important relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. So if some of you are here about your options or about people, they're telling you be patient because someone new is coming in. If you came here and your options were about a career, then they're telling you be patient because there's some kind of opportunity, a new one that may take you in a totally different direction. And this is interesting because when I did the read for the tribe, remember we had that card with the 2 birds. So my power ones, I hope you really paid attention to the opening reading because it seems like it was significant for you. Okay. So maybe you needed to know this before you choose one or the other, that there is also a third option that's going to present itself to you, or one of these options are going to present itself to you in a new way. So keep your mind and your heart open. Okay. It's going to make you happy regardless. So here's some general advice no matter what option you take. And it says affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts, Power One. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life as we acknowledge the divine order of life. The universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. There you have it, my Power Ones. I think that was a great read and straight to the point. It should have helped you by, at this point, see clearly which option you want to take. I hope this resonated with you guys. Please give me a thumbs up if it did. Check out my books on Amazon and Kindle. The links are in the description. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We'd love to have you join this light workers family. The more light workers, the better out in this world with clarity and open hearts. And on that note, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'm going to move on to Power 2. Okay, my Power 2s. I feel like if you are here, and I'm sorry, welcome, get into it. Let's get into it. Because y'all messages are already popping up. You might be here about something that has to do with finances or just your overall happiness. Citrine has a lot to do with bringing joy, happiness, and financial success, prosperity into your life. And you have the Warrior card. Ram energy here. So it's a lot of fire. Gives me a fiery Aries vibe. You're probably really, really feeling like you're ready to take action under the energy of this solar eclipse, and rightfully so. You're just ready to cut through the bullshit and go after what you want to go after, whatever. If you're not, you need to. All right. So whatever option you choose at the end of this read, take action. Okay. Take immediate action towards it. You are getting like extra boost juice from this solar eclipse that's gonna really make your energy feel a little bit higher, I'm hearing, as well as determined and confident. This is also giving me solar plexus energy with the citrine, and it makes me think confidence and determination. Okay, so it does feel like you hear about a career option, but it could also have to do with a relationship, just because citrine can also be about joy and happiness. Okay, so what's the energy around your first option, my pal twos? Serendipity. And all that glitters. Very interesting. Two interesting cards. So what I'm getting about your first option is for you to not be fooled. I do feel that there are signs, maybe, that option number one may not be the way. I'm going to check in the book really quick to get more clarity, but my first instinct is saying option one feels like, I mean, it's like option one makes me feel like it relies on chance, on luck, on synchronicities, like just everything being in alignment. So I feel like it's an option that is possible, but at the right time. And you just have to really, really feel like it's the right time. And then follow Spirit's plan. Maybe you'll end up in front of the right person at the right time. You'll end up in the right place at the right time for whatever option number one is. Okay? But you have to make sure it's truly what you want, and you're not just chasing things that look good. And that could be people as well. You want to make sure it truly, truly is everything that it's saying or showing itself to be before you jump in that direction. All right, so I'm curious, what's the energy around your other option? You got the High Lady of Love and Compassion with reverence, kindness, and consideration. And you have the Spiral Dancer, circuitous route, and perception. Oops, here you go. Why do I feel like my music got really loud out of nowhere? Hold on. Let me make sure it's not about to go off on me. Wow, and this track here is called Spread the Love. So I don't know if this is some people that are here are seeking some love guidance. But with option number two, it's all about how you look at it. It's what I'm hearing. It's all about your perception. Yeah, it's how you see it. If it looks and feels good to you, then that should be the route. If not, then not. It's like very simple. My pal ones, maybe you need to listen to pal one too. But my pal twos, I do feel like everything with your two options has to do with synchronicity, things being in alignment, right place, right time. I feel like that's what it is for both options. But you really have to follow your heart. Option number two, with the High Lady of Love and Compassion, love is very, very important in your choice. Even if it's something that has to do with creativity. So, listen to your heart, okay? And if it's about someone and you're wondering if they love you, they want to remind you that you are loved. And if you love someone, just give that love without expecting it to come back in a certain way, is what I'm hearing as well. Maybe you're here questioning because you're not getting the love you put out in the way that you expected to receive it back. This is for some of you. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, you know. Yeah, you have to really, really just stay in the energy of love and the magic will happen. It's like something with option 2 is destined and has a valuable lesson for you to learn from it as well, or share with someone else. Yeah, they want you to know that even though destiny, you know, it may feel like bumpy, but they're saying destiny is not always going to be just a straight road. So I am getting that option 2 is a lot stronger, but option 1 is like more relying on divine timing and seeing the real. Like whatever this option is, it has to be willing to come straight, be real, put down any mask, any false fronts, and truly, you need to look at it for what it is. Okay. So if you go with option 1, what will be your potential outcome? Justice. Well-being. Well, there you have it. So if you go with option number 1, and there's a moon in that one too, so maybe there's some kind of change or shift in your energy if you set an intention to go towards this option under this new moon energy. Either that or the full moon is going to be significant, like you'll see a huge shift or change. But it feels like they're saying if you choose option number 1, maybe the energy at this time, it may be a little bit like trying to be more than what it really is, maybe just to attract you. And it's a person, it could be a job as well. But divine timing is going to take place. And this is something that it feels like it's your just due. And you will be content. It will be a better situation or person or relationship, whatever, for you. Okay, what about option 2? What if they choose option 2? Kava, community. I love this card. Don't ask me why I held it that long. I'm sorry. And skull cap, stillness. Both of these cards have Pluto. I'm really feeling, you got Pluto and Jupiter on this one, but Pluto and the moon on that one. It's a huge change coming for you, a transformation coming that you don't even see coming with both of these options under this moon energy. A huge change. So if you go with option 2, I feel like your circle of people will shift. Maybe your family dynamics will change, or your friend circle or social circle or work circle will change. But it will change for the better. I'm also seeing just going within, and by going within, something wonderful being born. So just closing your eyes and trusting. It almost feels like no matter which way you go, you'll just know. And you need to just meditate and go within and just be open to whatever shift takes place, because it really feels like you could go take action as the warrior, bravery, and courageously go in any direction. Okay, is this something you need to realize before deciding? You know, it's crazy. When I saw this sword, I thought of Archangel Michael. Okay, sorry about that. My camera shut off just as I was explaining that the sword and Archangel Michael and the warrior just really synchronized energies to me. And I felt Archangel Michael when I saw this sword. In fact, I felt Archangel Michael when I saw the sword for Power 1 as well. So if you by chance were drawn to Power 1, my twos, you should listen to that Power 2. But your card says Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation. I'm here and helping you. So yeah, that's why I guess this is waiting for the signs and the synchronicities before you can make a move, because it just really feels like it can go either way. Okay. So don't stress yourself out about whatever this option is or whatever it is you're thinking of here, because it's really not in your hands. This feels more like a divine timing and a divine will situation. And your message from your advice from your guardian angel says encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love. And love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. And that's what I have for you, my pal twos. I really hope this helped you in making your choice of what you want to do, or influenced and inspired you in some way. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check the oh my God. Every time I get up to saying description, I say some weird word. I almost said prescription just now. So don't forget to check the description for the links to my Facebook private group, as well as where you can order my journal, which will help you to manifest whatever you want. It's called Unleash Your Energy for light workers that want to manifest. And I also have a book called Where Love is Free, which is a love story based on true occurrences to an extent. You can find it on Amazon and Kindle. Again, subscribe if you're new here. If I didn't say that already, it's late. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired. But on that note, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. See ya. Hey, pal threes. Welcome to your reading. So you were drawn to this pyrite. Pyrite is fool's gold. Well, it was known as fool's gold. But it attracts prosperity. So I really do feel like if you're choosing pile 3, most likely your options have to do with something with money or investments or work or career. And you have the shadow card. What the shadow card is all about is it's pretty much telling you to not be afraid of your shadow side and to be willing to face it. If there's aspects of yourself that people have made you hide, made you feel ashamed of, don't. Maybe there's something you want to do career-wise you feel like people won't agree with. Maybe there's a choice you want to make when it comes to a relationship you feel like people won't agree with. This is similar to speak your truth, but not 100%, because your shadow has a lot to do with your character. Okay? Your shadow is a part of who you are based off of your experiences. Okay? Usually it's your negative experiences that you've had in life. Some people may disagree, but that's just what I'm getting. And whatever your choices are, there's a need for you to face some part of yourself that could be influencing this confusion at this time, or influencing a certain choice. So do be aware of that. Do take a look at your inner shadow and aspects of yourself that you hide and you bury and you're ashamed of, and let them come to the surface. And if there's something you want to release, then work them out and let them go. If not, integrate them into who you are now, because sometimes your shadow can make you stronger. Okay? So what's this energy around this first option? Have your first option in your mind at this time now. We have truth be told. Yeah, you need to face something. And no place like home. So the energy around option 1 that I'm getting, it's a comfort zone. It feels very, very comfortable. It does feel like the choice that's expected of you. However, it does feel like there's something within you that needs to come out or needs to be revealed. And that by going with option 1, the energy around it at this time is that though it does feel comfortable, there's something else. There's something else calling to you. See this mask here? And the owl, the wise owl, standing on top of it, opening a window. Like, no, no, no. Remove that mask and really be real about where it is you really want to go and what you want to experience. Okay, this feels safe. This is familiar, but this is what you want. Okay, let me see the energy around option 2 right now. We have the Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. So it does feel like there's something you need to detach from with option 1, because it does feel like they're leaning towards option 2 as where you should be leaning towards, what you should be leaning towards. You also have the Fire Prince, optimism and aggression. Yeah. Option 2 right now, the energy around option 2 just feels like it's something you're very, very passionate about, or someone. It does feel like if you set your intention towards this option under this new moon energy at this time, you will hit your mark. You will get what it is you want. And yeah, it just feels like night to day. Like you are, and it feels like a balance, divine masculine and feminine energy. This just over here gives me balance. This is the same vibe though, night to day, but it gives me more of a, almost looks like he's looking at you like, now let's be real. You know damn well, yeah, you just sitting and accepting this because it's familiar, or it just feels comfortable, or you're just yearning for something that feels like home. And truth be told, you really want something that lights you up like this. So aim for it and go for it, because that is what is going to open you up and make you feel, I want to say on fire, but it's just so, to me, I don't like, y'all should be able to tell by now I don't like using terminology and things that are expected. I like wordplay. I'm a former MC. But yeah, fire. That's the only word I could think of right now. So let's rock with that. It's after 1 a.m. This is technically Amina after midnight. Okay, so we got, all right, if you go option 1, what's the potential outcome? My pal 3s, compassion, and answers. Okay, my number 3s. That was like 3 interruptions in a row. As I'm trying to focus on option 1. Option 1 feels like you have, almost like you would choose option 1 out of pity. Or, yeah, out of a yearning to feel supported. Out of a fear that you won't feel that same energy or vibe by choosing option 2. Now let's just see how true that is. Oh wait, look at y'all. 3 has to be y'all lucky number if you chose pile 3. I did 2 cards for everyone else, and this one came up with 3. So let me see. Option 2 must be the way to go. You have Poppy, dream. Option 2 must be something that is a part of a bigger vision you've always had, or a dream of yours. You have Makuna, journey. You got Neptune energy, Jupiter, Mercury. Is that Uranus? Oh, they say Uranus. Sorry, I grew up, it was Uranus. Psilocybin. I don't know this one. Psilocybin, I hope I'm saying it right. For commune. Looks like celebrating and merriment. So I do feel with option 2, and I almost said option 3. That's nuts. 3 is y'all number, man. Don't forget that. Okay. But I do feel option number 2 is, it is something that you've dreamt of. It just feels to you like it's something that's going to be a long time coming or a long way to get there, or there's like some dark you have to get through first, maybe some shadow work that has to be done, maybe some past experiences that has to be forgotten or cleared, or brought to the surface and dealt with, truth be told. But it does feel like intuitively, this is the option that you want to go with. It is one that will bring a celebration and happiness, I will tell you that. Okay, and it feels like the gift after the storm, after going through a whole lot of tumultuous times. This option 2 would be something that would make you feel like it was all worth it. All right, is there something you need to know before you make this choice? Prioritize self-care. Maybe you're worrying a little bit too much about option 1, option 2, and they're like, no, worry about you right now and taking care of yourself. It says you do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So think about that when it comes to these options. Which option allows you to love on yourself and others to love on you, or someone else to love on you? And that's the one to lean towards right now. Last but not least, your advice from your guardian angels. It says peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility, and that makes sense to me, coming out of your shadow and into the light, and just really prioritizing you and finding peace within you. And I think that that is a great read and a great wrap up for you on Pile 3s. I hope this resonated with you in some way. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this reading. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the descriptions, because there are a few links there that I think you all will be interested in, especially the links to the books that I have available on Amazon and Kindle. One is a journal called Unleash Your Energy that I think will help any light worker that is unsure of how to manifest what they want, bring their dreams into fruition. And on that note, I want to wish you all peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Bye. Hey, Power 4s. What's good? You were drawn to this ladybug. I'm sure most of you that chose this pal were drawn mostly to the ladybug, and rightfully so, because the ladybug represents luck. Lucky ladybug. Okay, and that's not a gender comment, so ladybug, but ladybugs are lucky. So I do feel whatever choice you make, it'll be the right one. Okay, so get your options in your mind now. You also have the card of destruction, and with destruction, I'm sure some people might have been turned off from Power 4 just from the word destruction. But what you don't realize is this card is all about transformation. It's all about clearing, using wisdom to clear out what is no longer serving you. So these options you must have, they must feel like they're going to bring chaos by making a certain choice. And maybe that's why you're here, because you want some confirmation that you're making the right choice, or that these are the right options. But it just feels very lucky, like you're being guided towards whatever is the right option, and that luck is on your side, because the divine is just destroying and clearing out anything that could be destructive in your life. Okay, let's see. What's the energy around option 1? What's your first choice? We have go the distance. And chop wood. Wow, this has a lot to do with destruction. So option number one, it does feel like it might have been something you've been doing for a while or working at for a while. And now you're like clearing out the last of the residue and going the distance. Like you're almost at the finish line for whatever option one is. You're almost there. You're almost at a point where you will be satisfied or happy with your life. But there's just something that you still need to clear out. I'm sorry, something is in my eye. Okay. Yeah. Let me look into the book a little bit for you to get a little deeper insight. I don't know why I just felt drawn to the book. Yeah. There's like little things that have to be taken care of before this first option can manifest. It just feels like you need to take care of little things, take care of little things, before you're going to be able to get whatever the big thing is that you're trying to go after. It just feels like you're trying to go after something very quickly without doing certain things that need to be taken care of first. So the key here is to take small steps to get to your goal rather than giant leaps. Okay. Once you've done the little work, the little things, then you can take the large race towards the finish line, if that's what you choose. Now, if you go with different option, what's the energy around this other one? The hungry ghost, obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. You're scared to take option two. It's like you're afraid of not having. You're attached to something that has to do with option one. Something you might have to leave behind. Maybe you're thinking about moving. You're afraid you won't find work or you won't be able to afford wherever it is you want to go. It just feels like lingering energy that has you obsessing over the idea of what can happen if you go with this option. And you're thinking very negatively about it at this time. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. So I do feel like, you're being gifted. You have gifts, and not only that, but you have spirit guides who assist you generously. And I also feel like with option two, someone or some entity is going to help you, going to give you something. And I do feel like you get a lot of assistance from light energies. Appreciate them, realize it, stay open to receiving, okay? Because there is something coming in that if you choose option two, you will have assistance. You will not struggle, okay? Okay, so if you choose option one, what's the potential outcome? My powerfuls. We have lighten your load. Option one may be a little stressful. Let me see. Good grief. Either that, well, boy, let's just look, okay. And closure. Closure right under chop wood. Cleaning up things. So, if you choose option one, it will bring you some closure. It may even lighten a load, or it could make things seem even more overwhelming. But what I am feeling is if you take care of the little things that you have to take care of first, then your load will feel lighter. Right now, you're carrying a lot. You're doing a lot. You really need to let go of some burdens. You have like the whole world on your back. Maybe you have children. Maybe you're a caretaker. Whatever the case may be, it just feels like right now you ain't going to go no distance with option one if you chose it, because you're struggling, you're stressed a little bit, and you need closure with something first. Okay. So what What will happen if they go with option 2? We have calendula, purity. Wow, feels like a rebirth and a renewal of energy. Feels like newness, fresh start. And it's sun energy here. So it does give me joy and happiness. And yeah, it just feels, this card makes me feel so like happy and light and growth and beauty. And then you have go to cola, which makes me think of wisdom, because go to cola, I believe, helps with the brain. Now, I think I might have said that for another herb, ginkgo. I might have been wrong with ginkgo, because I think it was go to cola, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just too lazy right now to go to the book, but I do believe so, especially with them putting the plant around the head. And it says higher consciousness, and you have Mercury, communication, and the moon here. So you got the sun and the moon and Mercury, all aspects that are affecting us at this very moment, which is the solar eclipse, Mercury retrograde, and the new moon. Very interesting. So option 2 may be something you want to set an intention for under this new moon, because it has a lot of potential around it for manifesting at this time. But it does feel like it will bring a peace. It just feels like happiness and peace. Just feeling more grounded, more connected to nature by going with option 2. It will feel more peaceful, more serene of a choice. Whereas this one really feels like it may be a little bit of a struggle to manifest it. But I still am getting that luck. Either option, you have luck on your side. Okay? Is this something you need to know before you, or realize before you make a decision? Let it go. Something you need to let go of. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Wow. Isn't that deep? With destruction here and severing cords and connections. And that's all what the destruction card is about. And this is the same thing, bringing transformation. So if this feels like something, a choice that is familiar or something you're already involved in, that's why there's little things you got to do before you could go to distance. And there's something here that needs closure, that is not being taken care of yet, that makes you feel very heavy. You're being told to let that go. And maybe you need to let go of fear and scarcity consciousness and whatever attachment you have to the past and go towards whatever feels new. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm going to give you some advice from your guardian angels. And it says gratitude. Wow, didn't I just say you have to be grateful and be open to receive? Thank you. Actually, this is them showing gratitude to you. Interesting. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone who you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love and you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace be great and love forever guide you along your sacred path. Wow. You are lucky. You are loved so much. And just as much as your guardians and spirit guides and the divine and human beings are thankful and grateful towards you, you please keep that same energy of gratitude within your heart, because you are so blessed. You are eternally blessed and you're lucky. Okay? So I hope this helped you, my powerfuls, in some way. Please give me a thumbs up if you love this reading. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out my description. It will tell you all about different groups and workshops I have going on so that you can fully, become a part of this light tribe and continue to hone your light. I was going to say life, but I meant to say light. So maybe either one. Let's elevate together as a community. Okay? Subscribe if you're new here. On that note, I want to say peace. blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Sending y'all so much light and love. Good night, good morning, or just later. Happy solar eclipse. I'll see y'all during the new moon forecast in Aries. Bye.